ChatGPT feels confusing when every tutorial throws technical terms, endless features, and complicated prompts at you. Many beginners open the app, stare at the message box, and have no idea what to type. This confusion makes simple tasks, like summarizing a PDF, analyzing a spreadsheet, or writing content feel harder than they need to be. Once you understand how ChatGPT works, you'll turn everyday questions and files into useful answers within minutes. If you never learn the basics, you'll keep wasting hours on work ChatGPT might finish in a fraction of the time. First, you'll learn what ChatGPT is and where it fits within artificial intelligence. ChatGPT is an advanced conversational tool developed by OpenAI. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, a model trained on enormous amounts of text to understand requests and generate human-like responses. Many people use AI and ChatGPT as if both terms mean the same thing. This creates confusion because AI covers a much broader field. Machine learning sits inside AI and trains systems to learn patterns from data. Deep learning sits inside machine learning and relies on layered neural networks. Generative AI sits inside deep learning and produces new content such as text, images, or audio. ChatGPT belongs in this generative AI category. For example, a traditional chatbot often follows rigid scripts, while ChatGPT responds to follow-up questions and adjusts its answer based on the conversation. Understanding this difference helps you set realistic expectations and choose the right tool for each task. Remember this simple structure. AI is the broad field. Generative AI is one section of it, and ChatGPT is a specific conversational product. Treat ChatGPT like a flexible assistant rather than a search box or a traditional scripted chatbot. Once this foundation is clear, the next step is understanding what ChatGPT handles beyond basic questions. Next, you'll learn why ChatGPT supports far more than simple text conversations. Modern multimodal models work with text, images, audio, spreadsheets, PDFs, and other documents. This flexibility makes ChatGPT useful across work, productivity, research, and content creation. Beginners often type one broad question, receive a weak response, and assume the tool has limited value. The issue usually comes from using only a small part of its feature set. You might upload a long report and ask for a 5-point summary written for a manager. You might upload a spreadsheet and request an analysis of sales trends, unusual changes, or top-performing products. An image containing text becomes another source for translation, extraction, or explanation. Content creators might request video ideas, outlines, titles, descriptions, or revised scripts. ChatGPT also works across multiple languages, so an English response might become Spanish, French, and German versions in the same conversation. These examples show why the tool offers more value than rigid chatbots built around preset answers. Start with a real task from your day. Then give ChatGPT the relevant text, image, spreadsheet, or document. Ask for a specific output, such as 3 key findings, a short summary, a translated version, or a structured content outline. After choosing the right input, you need a clear way to guide the conversation. Finally, you'll learn how to get useful results through natural back-and-forth conversation. ChatGPT responds to everyday language, so technical commands are not required. Clear context and a specific goal still make a major difference. A vague request like "write something about marketing" gives the model too little direction. A stronger request explains the audience, format, topic, tone, and desired length. For example, ask for a 60-second YouTube script teaching new business owners 3 ways to improve an email subject line. If the first response feels too formal, ask for shorter sentences and a friendlier tone. If an answer feels too long, request 5 bullet points or a 100-word version. Follow-up requests help refine the output without restarting the conversation. Some users expect a perfect answer from one sentence, but productive use often involves several short exchanges. This back-and-forth approach works more like collaborating with a colleague than entering keywords into a search engine. Give ChatGPT a clear role, goal, audience, format, and any source material relevant to the task. Review the response, identify what needs improvement, and use follow-up requests until the result matches your needs. With those 3 skills, ChatGPT becomes a practical assistant for daily work instead of another confusing app. Understand what ChatGPT is, match its features to a real task, and guide each conversation with clear instructions. Subscribe for more simple ChatGPT lessons focused on productivity, creativity, data analysis, and everyday work.